Alright, fellow hunters, time to take a look at the final episode of the day, which is Point of No Return. In a bar, Sir puts some coins in a jukebox and a cheerful old tune from the 50s starts playing. He sits down at the bar and takes a slug of whiskey, comments on the guy beside him. Let me guess, Sir says. Pink slip? That obvious, huh? Says the other guy, the angel Zachariah. Sir sympathizes with Zachariah's complaint about not being able to get the one yes to close the deal of the millennium, and seems like slightly confused when he expresses his disgust with having to work down on the ground in the mud, those the filthy humans. As they continue to chat, the building begins to shake. Sir at first thinks it's an earthquake, but Zachariah says no, it's his boss. The bar suddenly fills with white light, and the ear-piercing shrill of an angel's true voice fills with white light, and the ear-piercing shrill of an angel's true voice as glass shatters. Stuart and the bartender cover their ears screaming, and their eyes are burned from their skulls before they finally expire. As this happens, Zachariah, who initially assumed he was about to be smited, has a conversation with the unseen force that results in his reinstatement to his heavenly position, to his profuse gratitude. Excited and unbothered by the gruesome death scene, Zachariah polishes off his train and cheerfully sings When the Saints Go Marching In as he smugly walks out of the bar. Elsewhere in a motel, Dean cracks a bottle of whiskey and drinks as he slowly packs his leather jacket, the Kissy Impala, his pearl-handled Colt 45, and handwritten letter into a box and addresses it to Bobby. As he pours another drink, the boy says, "Sending someone a candygram?" Startled, turns to find Sam standing in the open doorway. He asks how he found him. Since he figures he's going to kill himself and induces the stops on his farewell tour. How's Lisa doing anyways? He asks. Sam says he can't believe that after everything, Dean can let it end just by walking out. Sam talks by shouting that all Sam's ever done is run away. Sam acknowledges this, but admits that every single time he did, he was wrong. He begs Dean to reconsider once more, adding that Bobby is working on something. And when Sam fails to specify what, Dean harshly asserts they've got nothing, and Sam knows it. You don't have to stop you, Sam says. After a heavy sigh, Dean puts his drink down and squares off and offers him the chance to try, but points out that this time, Sam's not hopped up on demon blood. Yeah, I know, Sam replies, but this time I brought help. Castiel appears behind Dean and touches him on the forehead, whisking them back to Bobby's place. At Bobby's, Dean paces like a caged animal. Bobby, Sam, and Castiel watchingly disparage their efforts to come up with alternate solutions. He resolved that nuclear is the only option they have because Michael could be the devil and save a boatload of people. Bobby says firmly that they have to think of a way to save everyone. Dean angrily says that's easy for Bobby to say, but Lucifer burns the whole world down, and he can have done something about it, the blame of Skrill and him. You can't give up, son, Bobby pleads. Dean says jocularly replies, You're not my father, and you ain't in my shoes. Bobby looks as though he's been gut punched, and Sam shoots Dean like a utter disparagement. Bobby slowly pulls a pistol from the drawer next to him, then takes a shiny bullet out of his breast pocket and stares at it. Dean asks what that is. Bobby explains it's the round he plans to put through his own skull. Every morning he looks at it and thinks maybe it's the day, but he can't bring himself to do it. Why? Because, he yells, he made Dean a promise he wouldn't give up. That senses room until Castiel is suddenly struck by a headache in a flash. He gasps, Something's happening. Dean asks where, but he wishes away without answering. Castiel touches down in force and approaches an area of felled trees where something seems to be emerging from the ground. As he reaches down, he is attacked from behind by an angel-bladed wielding angel who is soon joined by another. They struggle, but Cass manages to take them both out, deftly using one's angel blade to kill the other. He returns to the turning spot in the ground and reaches down, pulling out first a hand, then an entire person. He teleports back to Bobby's sand and deposits the person, who is unconsciously covered in mud, on the couch. Bobby asks who it is. Dean and Sam look at the person, shocked. That's her brother, Sam replies. The person is the Winchester's formerly dead brother, Adam. Castiel doesn't know why the angels raised Adam, but knows for sure they need to hide him immediately. He touches Adam, carves Inoki and sigils into his ribs in order to hide him from the angels. The pain makes Adam, and he looks around, confused. He questions who they are as Dean introduces him and Sam as brothers, to Adam's surprise. Just as Sam starts to give their names, Adam interrupts him by saying he knows his angels warned him about them, and then he yells, Now where the hell is Zachariah? After he's cleaned up, the boys ask Adam what he remembers. Adam describes his heaven. It was like his prom when he was making out with Kristen McGee. Gene jokingly asked if he got to third base. Then he says some angels popped out of nowhere and told him he was chosen to save the world. When Dean asks how he's meant to do that, Scully says that he has some archangel going to kill the devil. Yes, which archangel? His name is Michael. I'm his sword or vessel or something. I don't know. This sounds the same to Dean and Sam. I guess it does make sense. Adam is John Winchester's bloodline and Sam's brother. It's not the perfect plan, but it's possible. And maybe they're desperate. He adds, with a very poignant irritation, the angels wrongly assumed Dean would be brave enough to withstand them. Offended, Dean shoots the roots of Justin back at him, and they scowl at each other briefly. Sam can't believe that after all the angels talk about destiny, they suddenly have a plan B. He does think this new course of action passes the smell test. Uninterested in the conversation and family reunion, Adam rises to leave and is immediately made aware he is not free to go. Sam tries to convince him the angels are liars, but he rejects this because, well, they're angels. Sam asks if they've revealed they're going to they're going to roast half the planet. Adam says they mention that things might get hairy, for reasons that are to be expected since it is the devil they're dealing with, and he has to be stopped. Sam acknowledges this, but says there is another way. Pressed as to what they might be, Sam was at a loss, and he sarcastically chimes in there working on the power of love. Sam realizes that Adam doesn't know him, but he begs him to give him some time to figure out a plan. Adam has one good reason why he should. Sam responds, because we're blood. Adam angrily says that Sam has no right to say that to him. It occurs that John Winchester was just the guy who took him to a ball game once a year. He never had a dad. So they may be blood, but his mother is his only family, and if he does his job, he'll get to see her again. No offense, he says, but she's the one he gives a rat's ass about, not them. Fair enough, says Sam, but begs that if he has just one good memory of their father, please give them more time. Later, Bobby's busy doing research and the boys are not around. Adam sees an opportunity to head out. When Sam busts him just before he reaches the door, Adam claims he was just going out for a beer. Sam says they've got beer here and encourages him to have a seat. Adam says he sees past Sam's do-aid bromance pitch and knows he's actually on lockdown. Sam says heavily as he gives him a beer and tells him whether or not he believes it. Their dad was really trying to protect him from all of this. Adam sarcastically retorts, the monster that ate him did previously get that memo. Sam says Adam recalled his death, which later confirms all too well. Sam tries to tell Adam the one thing worse than seeing John once a year was seeing him all year. Adam tells him he's full of crap. His world was just him and his mom. He worked the graveyard shift at the hospital and he made his own dinners and put himself to bed. Because everyone about our dad, Adam says. But the truth is, I would have taken anything. Sam wishes he could change the past. If they'd known he'd existed, they would have found him. Sam starts to offer his ideas for moving forward, but Adam interrupts with a snark about them all hopping into the family truckster and heading out to Wally World. Sam's a little hurt and at a loss. I'll tell you one thing, he says. With that two like that, you'd fit right in around here. Sam needs to talk to Dean. Colonel's in Bobby's panic room, which is being guarded by Castiel. Sam asks Cass to keep an eye on Adam and he obliges. Later he and Dean have another rude suggestion scowl exchange. Castiel angrily slams the door. Is this really necessary? Dean asks. Sam says it's how he's dealing with a house full of flight risks. Not with faced with the prospect of Adam taking the Michael bullet for him, Dean incentivizes his refusal to let him do it. Sam's initial agreement but makes it clear to Dean that he's not letting him do it either. Dean's overwhelmed by the list of people he believes they've got and killed. Their mom, their dad, Jess, Joe, Ellen. Adam will not be among them. Sam points out that they did not directly cause any of their deaths. Dean feels like they might as well have, and his body and soul tired of fighting who he's supposed to be. Sam doesn't understand why Dean can't stop sacrificing himself for once so they can stick together and keep fighting. Dean's reply, he just doesn't believe in Sam anymore. I don't know whether it's going to be demon blood or some other demon chick or what, but I do know they're going to find a way to turn you. Sam is gutted. So you're saying I'm not strong enough? Dean well knows Sam's strength, but thinks he's also angry and self-righteous. Lucifer's ready to the prom, man. It's just a matter of time. On the verge of tears, Sam can't believe that Dean, of all people, is saying this to him. Dean really doesn't want to, he says, but he knows when Sam/Lucifer takes over, he's the one that can fight him. Son Sam turns and leaves in silence, slamming the door behind him. Sam turns upstairs where Bobby and Cass are watching Adam. Bobby asks, "How's he doing?" Sam, still teary-eyed, kind of shrugs but doesn't say anything. "How are you doing?" Bobby still gets no answer from bewildered Sam. With that, Cass decides to check on Dean and soon becomes concerned about how silent it has gotten in the panic room. When he peeks in and sees a filled chair, he goes inside. Dean enters his hiding place and activates the Enochian Angel Banshee blood sigil he's prepared. And Cassiel disappears with a flash and a scream. Dean is down and away through the cellar doors. Sam realizes what has happened. He heads out to find Dean, leaving Bobby to watch sleeping Adam, who's dreaming of the park where his mother used to take him on her days off, looking as though he's waiting for her to arrive. Instead, Sakurai appears and tells Adam she's not coming. Not yet. Adam realizes his identity and later tells Adam he wasn't where he was supposed to be. He's irritated that the warning has kept Adam out of sight. Let me take a wild guess. Sam and Dean? Sakurai tries to convince Adam that he can't trust the boys, and Sam and Dean are psychotically, irrationally, erratically codependent on each other. Adam counters by stating that Dean and Sam said feelings about him too. Sakurai starts to become snarly, and when everything goes down, they're not going to care about Adam. They'd sooner have each other's sweet bacon than save the planet. They're not your family, understand? Sakurai hisses. Now, you want to see your mom again or not? Adam wakes up, wide-eyed. In a town, a street preacher bellow warnings of the looming apocalypse is being ignored by passerby. Dean steps up to him and identifies himself, asks the man if he knows who he is, which he obviously does. He tells him to pray and let the angels know where he is. As the man falls to his knees and starts in with the first words of the Lord's Prayer, Cassiopeia next to him. You pray too loudly, he snarls, knocking the man unconscious with a touch. Next, he drags the surprised Dean by the collar and down a nearby alley and starts to thrash him. I rebelled for this, so you can surrender to them? He screams. Between blows, Dean attempts to beg for a pause to avail. I give everything for you, and this is what you give me? He slugs Dean until blood drips from his mouth, and then hurls him further down the alley. As Dean struggles to get upright, he looks up and sees still fears Cassiel is ready to wield his angel blade. Do it! Just do it! Cassiel considers for a moment, then relents and touches Dean on the shoulder, knocking him out. Back at Bobby's, Sam is fiddling after having returned to find Adam has vanished from sight right in front of Bobby's eyes. Cassiel reappears with bloody unconscious Dean draped across his shoulders and informs the guys the angels must have taken Adam. They wonder how his ribs were branded. Cassiel deduces that Adam must have tipped them off in a dream. Where could they have taken him? Sam asks. In the green room, Adam sees Catelli partaking from platter-filled cheeseburgers and beer on ice when Zechariah appears, looking very pleased. Adam asks when they get down to business, but Zechariah silently informs him his services no longer be required. He's not so much that shows no one as he is a climbing scrap of bait. Adam doesn't understand, so Zechariah clarifies. He's an illegitimate half-brother of the guy they actually care about. Adam realizes his brother's warning about lying angels was on point. You son of a bitch, he whispers. Hey, how do you think I feel? I'm the one who has to put up with that dumb slug-jawed look on your face, Zechariah gloats, grinning cruelly. It goes on this way the angels didn't have a choice. The Winchester's blind spot is his family. The boys won't hesitate to come rescue Adam, and that places Dean precisely where they want him. Adam stands, angrily declaring he won't let him do this. Sark instructs him to pipe down. He'll get his severance. He'll still see his mother once all over. When Adam expresses disbelief that would happen, Zechariah drops his facade and shuts him up by making him cough up blood uncontrollably. That's better, the angel says with a smile. Dean awakes, handcuffed to the cot in the panic room, and Sam sits nearby. Word to the wise, Jesus sweetly. Don't piss off the nerd angels. Sam breaks the bad news that the angels have Adam captive in the green room. For Cassie's recon, it's being heavily guarded. Make Resurgent pretty much a no-shot in hell, Hail Mary kind of thing. So what are they going to do? Retrieve him, of course. Sam releases Dean from his cuffs. I would say against the options of both Bobby and Cass because they can't take it on without him. Dean says Bobby and Cass are right because it's either trapped to get him there by force to say we're going to say yes, or it's not trapping, he's going to say yes anyway. He declares, fair warning, he will say yes. No, you won't, Sam says confidently. When push comes to shove, you'll make the right call. Dean's confounded. Tables turn, and he would and has let Sam rot in the panic room. Sam sighs and says the guess is not that smart. But Dean really wants to know why he's doing it. Because you're still my big brother, says Sam. The machine man says Cassio zaps the boys to a derelict industrial property. Where's the beautiful room? Dean asks. Cass points to the neglected building. The beautiful room is in an abandoned lumber factory in Van Nuys, California. Excuse me. Cassio was curious where he thought it was. I don't know, Dean says. Jupiter, a blade of grass, but Van Nuys? Sam's unclear why Cassio can't just whoosh in, grab at him, and Shazam the hell out of there. Because, Cassio explains he removes his tie. There are at least 5 angels on guard. There are chances if he goes in first and clears them out, then the 2 of them can go in and grab at him. Dean points out that taking on 5 angels is a suicide mission. Maybe it is, Cass replies. But then I won't have to watch you fail. Sorry, Dean, but I don't have the same faith in you that Sam does. A tinge of regret passes over Dean's face. Cass pulls a box cutter out of his pocket. What are they going to do with that? Sam asks. Cass cautiously enters a darkened warehouse and sees a dilapidated shed in the center of it. Before he can reach the door, one of his angelic brethren accosted from behind. Cassio ducks the swipe of his angel blade and kills him with his own. He's soon encircled by 4 angels. By former angels, blades drawn. He turns to and challenges them. What are you waiting for? Come on! As he goes in on him, he rips his shirt open to reveal he's used the box cutter to carve an angel vanishing sigil into his chest. When he slams his hand into the sigil, his attackers and himself are suctioned out of the warehouse amid shrieks and white light. Listening just outside the warehouse door, the boys recognize the familiar sound of angels being banished and Dean enters. He opens the door of the shed to find Adam doubled over in the corner of the beautiful room and quickly pulls him up. Adam, surprised Dean actually came for him, and Steve replies Adam's family. Adam immediately tells him it's a trap, but it's too late. Zacharias zaps into the room. Dean, please. Do you really think it was going to be that easy? Did you? Dean retorts. As Adam starts behind Zachariah wielding an angel blade, he turns and blocks him, however, then flings him across the room. He grants his informs Dean that the one thing he's learned from his dealings with them is patience. With a wave of his hand, Adam collapses and starts throwing up blood profusely. As he goes explaining that he should have trusted the boss man and how things would play out perfectly, saying is all he has said. Zachariah declares he and Dean are on the same spot along with Dean's hemorrhaging brothers, and he makes another motion to flick Sam as well. Seeing his brothers in pain, Dean finally begs him to stop hurting them. In exchange for what? Zachariah says. Damn it, Zachariah, stop it! Please! I'll do it! Zachariah mocks him by making him repeat himself. The answer is yes! Sam comes out to him, horrified. Dean yells at him to calm Michael down, but Zachariah is aware that Dean may be lying. Do I look like I'm dying? Do I look like I'm lying? Dean replies, very pleased with himself. Zachariah smiles and begins a Nokian chant. Sam stares at Dean with shock and disappointment in his eyes as the room starts to shake. When the rest meet, Sam's baffled as Dean's anguished expression gives way to a smile and a wink. Zachariah announces Michael's on his way. Of course, Dean interrupts. I have a few conditions. Dean declares Boris says yes. He wants to guarantee the safety of a few people. Zachariah dismisses what he tells him to make a list. Oh, one more thing. Most of all, Michael can't have me until he disintegrates you. Zachariah suddenly looks incredulous. Dean points out he's more important to Michael than Zachariah. He angrily closes in on Dean and grabs him by the collar. You are nothing but a maggot inside a worm's ass. Do you know who I am? After I leave to Michael? Expendable, Dean replies. Zachariah says Michael is not going to kill him. Maybe not, Dean growls. But I am. He produced an angel blade from his sleeve and, in one quick motion, shoves through Zachariah's skull, striking him just as Michael approaches. Dean makes sure Adam can walk on his own and then quickly pulls Sam up moves, taking him out of the quaking, glowing room. With Sam's arm slung over his shoulder, Dean gets over the door, but slams the locks before Adam can get out. As Adam screams for Dean, he runs back to save him, but the doorknob is white hot. He yells at Adam to hold on. He'll get him out, but it's too late. Adam turns around and looks calmly into the blinding light. From the outside, Dean sees the glow fade and opens the door. The labyrinth room is now just the interior of an abandoned office. As Dean and Sam drive away, they discuss Adam and Cass, doubting either are okay, but determined to find them. Sensei saw in Dean's eyes that he was totally ready to say yes, and wants to know what changed his mind. Honestly, Dean answers, the damnedest thing. The world's ending. The walls are coming down on us. I look over at you. All I about was that stupid son of a bitch brought me here. I just didn't want you down. Sam says he's glad he didn't. Dean also tenders an apology. As a big brother, he always sees Sam as the snot-nosed kid he's had to keep on the straight and narrow. But they both know that's not him anymore. And if he's grown up to have faith in Dean, the least he can do is return the favor. So screw destiny, Dean finishes, right in the face. I say we take the fight to them, do it our way. Sam smiles confidently. Sounds good. Alright. So anyway, let's take a look at some continuity from this episode. Sam mentions Dean meeting Lisa, which took place in 99 Problems. Adam references his death, which got mentioned in Jump the Shark. The Green Room was last seen in Lucifer Rising. Cassell mentions that Adam could serve as an alternative vessel to Michael since he is technically in Winchester. This was mentioned in The Song Remains the Same. And now let's take a look at some trivia from this episode. CW's official summary for this episode misspells supernatural as supernatural. Wow. The point of no return is the point beyond which one must continue on one's current The point of no return is the point beyond which one must continue on one's current course of action because turning back is dangerous, physically impossible or difficult, or prohibitively expensive. The title of this episode can also be a puzzle reference to the Kansas song Point of No Return, which is spelled K-N-O-W. The German title of this episode translates to No Way Back, which is the same of the 1995 film. This episode has landmark significance as the 100th episode of the series. The number of the motel Sam finds Dean at the beginning of the episode is 100. The 200th episode is fan fiction. The 300th episode is Lebanon, which also features Zechariah as an antagonist. In this episode, Adam is resurrected from the dead. Todd Scott, Jensen Ackles' stunt double, portrays the second angel that attacks Castiel in the woods where he finds Adam. Sometime in the first 5 minutes of this episode, Dean is seen signing box to Robert Singer. Although it's actually addressed to the character Bobby Singer, Robert Singer is director, writer, and executive producer of Supernatural. Bobby Singer is named after said crewman. Ironically, Dean's passing joke of the power of love being their plan to kill the devil is the eventual method that stops Lucifer. Seeing as Sam and Dean's love for one another is what allowed Sam to regain control of his body and thrust himself/Lucifer and Michael/Adam into the cage. This episode marks the first of 3 deaths for Zechariah. In Good Intentions, an alternate reality Zechariah is killed by Lucifer's Nephilim son, Jack Klein, and in Lebanon, exactly 200 episodes after Point of No Return, Sam kills an alternate timeline Zechariah. This episode marks the first time a human, specifically Dean, kills an angel. Dean will later repeat this feat several times, including killing Lucifer and Let the Good Times Roll with an archangel blade, while Sam never killed anything but demons with an angel blade until killed Miriam in Lost and Found. Following the events of this episode, Adam becomes Michael's vessel as revealed by Castiel in 2 Minutes to Midnight. Though Adam is still Michael's vessel as of season 15, Adam and the Archangel share control. This is the first episode which features Adam alive and as himself. Adam returns in season 15's Our Father, who art in heaven, as himself for the first time since this episode, though he's sharing his body with Michael. And now finally, let's take a look at some errors from this episode. When Castiel used an angel banishing sigil, he was also banished. This contradicts Lucifer Rising, in which he banished Zechariah without being banished himself, oddly enough, from the same warehouse. This may somehow be due to the fact that the sigil was carved in his own body. Zechariah's death at Dean's hands contradicts what Uriel said about only angels being able to kill angels. You may have believed this because only angels had access to angel blades, or it was just his arrogance. In later seasons, other characters shown to be able to kill angels as well. While Zechariah states he has 6 wings, when he dies, he leaves only 2 wing scorch marks. However, this is accurate with biblical references to angels' appearances. So far, I think this episode is kind of interesting, and yeah, I'm really glad that. Yeah, I'm so glad that Dean is not being Michael's vessel. So yeah, but I'm not sure about how I feel about Adam being Michael's vessel, but at least it's better than the alternative. So yeah. So overall, I give point of no return 5 Impalas out of 5. But anyway, tune tomorrow as we to the next episode, Hammer of the Gods. So until then, carry on, my wayward sons and daughters.